Hi guys, welcome to Let's Get Wild again. So here's my next episode on hyenas. There are three species of hyena: the striped hyena, the spotted hyena, and the brown hyena. Of those three, the spotted hyena is the largest and the most well known. They can weigh between 50 to 86 kg, which is about 110 to 190 pounds, and can be 111 to 186 centimeters long from head to tail, which is about 44 to 73 inches. Hyenas are omnivores and eat a wide variety of food, including large animals like antelope and wildebeest, but also small animals like snakes, lizards, birds, and insects. Despite being fast and agile, hyenas are usually scavenger hunters and will feed on animals that have already been killed. They have even been known to chase lions and leopards away from their kill. Hyenas are highly social animals and live in clans of up to 80 individuals. A clan is always run by a few females who are dominant. They have many ways of communicating, including squeaks, calls, and their very well-known laughing. Hyenas do their laughing usually when they are distressed or excited. Hyenas have even been known to run into local villages and feed on farmers' crops and livestock. They are known as pests for that reason, and were for a very long time hunted by the farmers before they became protected. Hyenas are night hunters and partially nocturnal, so they will do most of their hunting and scavenging at night, and usually just rest or travel during the day. Hyenas can run up to 64 kilometers per hour, which is about 40 miles per hour. Hyenas live throughout Africa, primarily in the savanna and desert areas. The different species of hyena live in different parts of Africa. The spotted hyena can be found in Central, Eastern, and Western Africa. The brown hyena lives in Southern Africa, and the striped hyena lives in Northern Africa. Female hyenas are about 3 times larger than males and have a lot more muscle. They are also dominant, so they are in charge of the clan. Here's an interesting fact. The ancient Egyptians used to domesticate hyenas and use them as a food source. Imagine that. With reproduction, hyenas are pregnant for about 4 months and will have 2 to 4 pups in a litter. Spotted hyenas have a very unusual, dangerous, and painful way of mating because of how the female's reproductive system is set up. And because of the dominance and aggression in the female, the male is usually too scared to mate properly, which makes it even more complicated. Their actual way of mating is complicated and quite disturbing, actually, but very well known. So if you want to find out how they do it, just Google it. I have seen a few hyenas in my life, not that many. At the Rotterdam Zoo in Holland, they have quite a nice hyena enclosure, which is actually like right next to the giraffe and zebra enclosure. So it's sort of looking onto some of the food that they would like eat in the wild. And they're actually, the spotted hyena are my favorite because they're the cutest, I think. And but like I said, they're also the most well-known species, so usually when you talk about hyenas, that's usually the first one that comes to mind, unless you've seen The Lion King, because in The Lion King, those hyenas are actually striped hyenas. So, because you'll see, like, they have stripes on them. So those are striped hyenas. There are 3 main species of hyena, and they live throughout Africa. They're omnivores, and they'll stretch from large animals to smaller animals, but also berries and some vegetation sometimes. And they are scavengers, so they usually rely on the food that other animals have killed. So hyenas, natural enemies are actually lions. Lions and hyenas do not get along. It's quite a famous, well-known sort of thing, that hyenas are always in competition with lions. So lions make a kill, and then the hyenas come in their big clans, and sometimes hyena clans even outnumber the lion pride. So what they tend to do is, just circle with their clan around the pride of lions, usually while they're eating their kill, and the hyenas will, you know, make their giggling and laughing noises and all that sort of stuff, and basically drive the lions crazy. You know, the head females will kind of come in closer to the lions and start to, you know, try to touch them and stuff. And the lions are obviously a lot bigger than hyenas, but they do get driven crazy, and eventually, if the hyenas are successful, they will just chase the lions away, because the lions will get so fed up, they'll leave their kill, and the hyenas will have it all to themselves. And that's usually how they get their food, but they are quite fast and agile. So they do occasionally hunt their own food, again with the females in charge, so they'll usually do most of the hunting. So that's about hyenas. So like most animals in Africa, hyenas are protected. So these days, you know, you're not allowed to hunt them, but of course we still have people who hunt or poach these animals. Now, hyenas they don't really have much fur or anything nice that you could make a coat out of, so these days the main reason they're shot is because farmers, because they tend to, you know, destroy the crops and eat the livestock. But the main reason for that is deforestation, which deforistation's a problem for, you know, all animals in all different parts of the world. When their hunting grounds, well, scavenging grounds, you know, with hyenas, they're destroyed, you know, trees are cut down and made way for farms and things. The hyenas have nowhere left to hunt, so they'll go into the local villages, and, you know, it's also an easy catch. If you have the cattle in a paddock, that's a lot easier than trying to catch a wild animal. So they'll go for that, and obviously the farmers aren't happy, so they'll just shoot them. And sometimes organs and teeth can be used in traditional medicines as well. So despite being protected, there's still a lot of dangers going on for pretty much all animals in Africa. A lot of animals are poached for their fur, or if for this reason, you know, lions and leopards and cheetahs do it as well. They'll just go into farmers' lands and kill all their livestock, but that is our fault in the first place, because we decided to destroy their hunting grounds. So they have no choice but to come with human contact. Okay, so that's all on hyenas today. If you would like to send in a request, or just let me know which animal you'd like to see next, or you can go to the following website where you can fill in the form and send me a request. And it doesn't have to be just a request for this program, it could be any other video with orcas or something that I'm quite well known for. So until the next episode, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you later.